Yeah, and the ability to move faster, that collaboration, when you bring these people from other places together, you're able to get to quality faster.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for joining me. We're going to try something a little new. I'm so excited.
Great.
So we are going to talk about collaboration in the food industry. And I have some of my awesome leaders of Edlong. And this is going to be the first episode of many, hopefully.
Yeah.
I think this is a great idea. And we're going to have
I love this.
mix up who's on stage with us and customers sometimes. And
That's
so
great.
let's dive in.
I love it. Well, this is a favorite topic of mine, as you know.
I do know.
Because I really see this shift happening. And coming from the technology industry, where you see more of that kind of naturally, and I think it's been really exciting to be a part of really helping bring that. And I like what you wrote in your recent article about how the plant-based movement has really kind of brought greater awareness of that.
Power. It's like the power of collaboration.
Yeah. And the ability to move faster, that collaboration, when you bring these people from other places together, you're able to get to quality faster,
I totally agree.
which I think is a big.
And different disciplines and different expertises and being open with each other on, who owns what lane.
Yeah. And bringing that.
I think you guys should touch on kind of the consortium that you're working on or the ecosystem that you're working on, because it's getting great reactions and great interest. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so next week we have our first webinar out of our Plant-Based Pro Series, where we're actually bringing together a panel of industry experts. So it's a dynamic panel from different functions within the food industry. So not just flavor, but ingredients to food development agencies, which is truly representative of what we see in terms of collaboration now. So it used to be very just focused to the customer. You collaborate with the customer, develop products, but now really you're pulling together all those different resources to develop the best product to take to market.
Right.
And faster. And I think what was really exciting, it's like we're trying to disrupt a little bit, right? And say, how can we do this faster, better? COVID has changed so many things, but the reaction we have from our peers, our customers, and other people in the industry, the number of people that have signed up, as well as how fast. And we had a guest earlier today who was even talking about, like, people are craving this.
Oh, yeah.
People want a new way to come together and work together. And it was like, thank you guys for spearheading this. And so, but I
Right.
think as of this week, we're talking 500 people
Yeah.
are coming around this event
so good.
together
Yeah.
to work together.
Yeah, to really speak to collaborating and working together. And I think that that's going to mean better products for consumers. It's going to mean things coming together at more efficiently and more cost effectively for developers and manufacturers. I think there are just a lot of real benefits there. I think the important thing is just to really understand the collaboration process. And we're recording this in October of 2022. This will be available on our website. You'll be able to access it if you are looking for that information, and it's past that time. But I think it's really important to kind of consider some of the things that are very important when you're looking at collaborating with others. I mean, I think you can kind of speak to this, that sometimes people have a tendency, especially with flavor, to kind of come in at the last minute, but we should talk about when to collaborate.
Exactly, because sometimes we find that it's the order of addition of ingredients. When you're incorporating things differently, you get a different outcome. So rather than flavor being the last thing after the base is locked in, it can be more of the conversation earlier on in the whole product design cycle.
Yeah.
Right. And how important trust is in that process. That you
Yes.
have to really trust your partners and be open and vulnerable even
Yeah.
to the fact that sometimes you just don't know, which is okay. And that's when you bring in experts to help you.
Right.
And I think of the triangle. I always do a triangle. Triangle's one of my favorite ways to look at collaboration and teamwork even. And I loved how you said it's the strongest
Geometric shape.
that
yeah.
you can put it on any which way and it doesn't break. But I feel like this collaboration is that triangle and totally in action.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's really looking at those principles. I mean, I think we see people come in, we call it coming into the barn, which is
We love when
cute,
people
but
come in the barn.
Yes.
Magic happens when people come in the barn.
It can really start in a way that feels a little bit nervous. I think our team is so accustomed to it that
and
they
so
really
welcoming.
Yes,
I think it's like a
yes,
sanctuary. It
right,
truly is. We hear that a
right.
lot, that we're very approachable, warm. We kind of
Right.
emit warmth.
Yeah.
Everybody at Edlong really.
But discovering something together and working on and solving a problem together, it's fun and it's exciting and it's inspiring and it's intellectually stimulating. And I think that those things come together. And so if you, I know that there are a lot of things that will have people hold their quote unquote vendors at an arm's length. And I think in this kind of situation, you have to understand that these collaborators in the food manufacturing industry really do understand the importance of that you are creating something that is uniquely yours and really understand how to partner with you and do it in a way that is very unique to you, but also really give your team this experience that is not just going to help you get to market faster, but it's going to really provide professional growth for
Right.
those team members.
Like you said, we work with humans, and everyone that comes in the barn has a problem that they're trying to solve. And when we help them solve it as individuals, they shine at their own company.
That's
and
exactly right.
Then they keep coming back because they're like, you made me look good. Help me look good again. And I know
We just got feedback like that last week, right? They had come to the barn, very positive experience, amazing solution, and presented it to CEO of that organization.
Wow.
And now that person says, that CEO knows my name and said, let's
Wow.
launch
Oh my
this,
God.
right?
I love that.
Yeah. And
That
it makes us
is
feel very proud to
huge.
be a part of that, to enable that person.
I want to meet that
do that.
CEO myself.
Yeah.
We'll
we
make
should
it
make that
happen.
intro.
I think that also, and specifically around plant-based, right? So this event
Yeah.
and series is specifically around that. And it's a different world because we are finding there's new fermentation processes and there's new protein sources at a faster pace than probably anything in our generation.
Yeah.
And
Especially in our industry that's known to be slow.
exactly, it is. And so we're almost feeling like the tech industry a little bit, which Denise, and it's
Yeah.
fun and it's exciting for people to work in that when it's like, hey, remember when that first came out? We were working on that. Or hey, this is amazing protein. It's amazing nutritional value, but guess what? It doesn't taste very good.
Right.
And that we can be there thinking about that very early on and helping is critical.
Yeah.
So I'm saying my
It's all
favorite part
important.
about plant-based right now is that these developers and these companies aren't afraid to take product to the market, right? So we saw a lot of disruption. We saw the challenger brands, and that really hasn't slowed down.
And
They're
I think it's
still
very
happening.
entrepreneurial. Like the article that we wrote, it was
Absolutely.
it's made the CPGs become more entrepreneurial. They're
And have
being
to-
forced to be.
Yeah, and have to collaborate more, right? If they want to be more speed to market, they're leaning more on this collaboration style to do that.
And I think back to the article, one of the things I was thinking about was the CPGs in the past have always been arm's length, like you were talking about, and preferred vendor programs where they only let the 3 big flavor houses in on any project. And they're learning that there's a place for
Yeah.
experts like us, like
That's
Edlong,
right.
and it's awesome.
And it's actually a lower risk proposition for them.
It really is.
Because we really can get them to market faster with higher quality. We're a
Especially
lot
with
more
supply
flexible.
chain.
Absolutely.
Supply chain now, we've learned that so many of our competitors that are large can't get supply because of the bureaucracy they have to go through. And they're at like 50% on time and full, where we're at 95, 98% because Brenda just writes a check and we get
Brenda writes a check.
and we
right.
get inventory where other people can't get it because they got to go through.
Yeah, or they're more focused on their cash conversion cycle, so they can't make decisions to increase inventory to keep their service levels up.
And the metrics wrong. Yeah, right. It's
So what's
like
more important, their
competing
metric or the customer?
metrics
Right.
make it bureaucratic.
Right. And
Where
I
it's
think
like, do what's right for the customer.
we
Yeah.
always think about the customer first. And it's important for us to say, if we do this, does this eliminate risk for our customer?
Yeah.
And if the answer is yes, we're going to do that.
Right.
And we need good information when we can, but we're agile and we like to talk about that. And we can do that because we are
Proudly
independent and private.
Yes.
And we can make some of those decisions where other large companies might require a lot more stringent
Right.
confirmations before
Right.
they do that.
And it enables us to do what we're doing now to kind of take us back full circle around the collaboration piece, which is we have the flexibility and the openness without the heavy rules to reach into all kinds of companies. We can collaborate with ingredient providers, with developers, third-party developers, and we can even partner with other flavor companies, and we
Absolutely.
do.
And we do.
And so we've got the flexibility to bring together all of these different players, and that knowledge just gets stacked and then really benefits the customer. And so we're really excited about the group that we're bringing together, about the work that we are just kicking off right now, and very excited to see what comes with this because we do see the excitement.
I'm thinking
with these
passion. There's a
players.
lot of
A
passion
lot of
around
it.
it. For all of the people sitting at the seats around the table, there's a lot of passion and energy around helping get high quality nutrition on the shelves. Like that's the joy.
Absolutely.